All right, Shalom. First of all, giving all praises, glory, and honor to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem Makar Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much love, peace, and blessing to all you hopeful elect brothers out there that's pushing this truth across the four corners of the globe. I'm the brother Anaba Ayash, the GMS Indianapolis camp, coming with another episode to get your mind right. Today we're going to be dealing with this new covenant subject, because you got the church teaching that we're in the new covenant right now. You even got Israelites of the circumcision that know that they Israelites out here teaching false doctrine, saying that we're in the covenant, the new covenant right now, and we're not. You see what I'm saying? Because why? Israel still goes off in sin. You see what I'm saying? The new covenant is dealing with what? Taking away the stony heart, meaning what? The sinful nature, and giving us that fleshly heart, meaning what? We're going to be righteous forever. We won't sin anymore. See what I'm saying? So how can we be in that new covenant? As a matter of fact, in the same book of Jeremiah, because we're going to read Jeremiah 31 and 33. Well, we're going to start at 31. Because in the same book of Jeremiah, which you got these, the bad Hamites, you know what I'm saying, a.k.a. the Good Samaritan, Mac 10, a.k.a. Egghead, and the Goof Troop, talking about that we in the new covenant, you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, then why in Jeremiah 17 Jeremiah 14, matter of fact, I'll get it right quick. Why does it say this then if we're in the new covenant? Because this is all dealing with the same time period, right? Jeremiah 14 and Jeremiah 17. Jeremiah 17 and 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger which shall burn forever. Because even during this period of time, you know what I'm saying, in the Babylonian captivity, Jeremiah still knew who he was. He still knew he was an Israelite. But it said, thou, for thou even thyself shalt discontinue. Meaning what? Here in America. Because didn't none of us grow up here in America knowing we're Israelites, man? So how's we in the new covenant? See what I'm saying? So we're going to read Jeremiah 31 and I want y'all to answer that. When did Jeremiah discontinue from his heritage of knowing he was an Israelite, of keeping the law, statutes, commandments? When? Because during the Babylonian captivity, he knew he was an Israelite. See what I'm saying? So when did this happen in Jeremiah 17 and 4? See what I'm saying? When? When did this happen? Answer that. Because if you're saying that that happened in the ancient times, then when did that happen? That didn't happen during the Babylonian captivity. So how's we in the new covenant then? How did that covenant already take place? Because a lot of y'all say that the new covenant already took place. When? When did it take place? See what I'm saying? Now, going to Jeremiah, the 31st chapter, we're going to start at verse 31. It said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord. This is a future prophecy. It said, the days come. Now that has happened already. It said, the days come, and it shall happen. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. That means that what? The northern and southern kingdoms of Israel. See what I'm saying? From Judah all the way down to Issachar. It said, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, because in the old covenant, you know what I'm saying, it was what? Sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? And then what? YAHAWASHI came and done away with the law of sacrifice. But then what else? Israel made a vow. And then, when the Lord took us out of Egypt, Israel made a vow to YAHAWASHI that we will follow and do whatever he commanded us to do. And guess what? Israel broke that vow. See what I'm saying? That's why the Lord had turned his back on us. That's why he sent YAHAWASHI to bring us back, to adopt us back, to graft us back in to who? Yahawah, the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, who the world calls God. It says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, said the Lord. It says what? But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, after what days? After the tribulation, after the hell, after Jacob's trouble, after martial law. After YAHAWASHI come and destroy Babylon, destroy Egypt, destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, destroy Rome, destroy Greece. All this is a great melting pot of all the wicked captivities we've been in. This is the major melting pot. This is our last captivity, man. This is where YAHAWASHI is going to deliver his elect, Lord willing, on one of those men out of this hellhole, man. It says, after those days, said the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, meaning their mind, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. So when the Lord writes something in your inward parts, in your heart, meaning your mind, that means what? You will be perfect. You will never go off. You will never sin again. And it says, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. For they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. So when did that happen? See what I'm saying? When did that happen? Because we still sin. See what I'm saying? Lord willing, we some of those, we those men that the Lord has shown mercy to, you know what I'm saying? To find something worthy in us to deliver us out of this hellhole. But hell, we still teaching. You watching a video right now of a teaching, of a breaking down of the scriptures, of a teaching, of a lesson. So when did this happen? How is we under the new covenant and we still teaching our brethren, our neighbors? We still teaching Israelites. We still out there fishing for the elect of Israel. So how are we under that new covenant? How? See what I'm saying? Because we still teaching. We still go off. We still sin. Even though we rehearsing the righteous act, Lord willing, he have forgiven us of our iniquity. But guess what? We still sin. We're not perfect. When the Lord writes something in your inward parts, that means what? You're being programmed. It's like a person putting a microchip into a computer, meaning they're downloading their program into their computer. That computer's going to do whatever's on their program. The same thing with us. When the Lord writes it in our inward parts and put it in our heart, meaning our mind, meaning we're going to be perfect. We're going to be sinless. We're not going to sin anymore. See what I'm saying? Now let me get some more scriptures. Psalms 40 and 8. Get a couple of scriptures right quick. Psalms chapter 40 verse 8 says, that's that old church doctrine, man, that we under the new covenant. How? Psalms 40 and 8 says, well, I'm going to start at verse 7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. Written of who? YAHAWASHI. See what I'm saying? It says what? I delight to do thy will, O my power. Yea, the law is within my heart, meaning my mind. See what I'm saying? Because why? We meditate upon these scriptures day and night, man. You see what I'm saying? In a way, it's being written in our inward parts, but not how should I put this? In a way it's being done because we rehearsing the righteous act, but we're not perfect because why? We still sin. See what I'm saying? So the Lord hasn't programmed it in our minds and our spirit to be like spiritual robots for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because why? We still sin, we still go off. Sometimes we forget scriptures. We forget precepts sometimes. See what I'm saying? Even though we rehearsing the righteous acts, but we still not under that new covenant yet. Because in the new covenant, that's going to be established in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to be perfect. We're going to be able to keep all 613 laws. Right now, we having problems keeping the foundation, which is what? The 10 Commandments. We having a problem with that, man. See what I'm saying? Because what? Hey, sometimes we have to work on the Shabbat. So how is it that's written in how is it we in the new covenant when we have to work on the Shabbat? We're not supposed to work on the Shabbat. But in this captivity, we have to work on the Shabbat, meaning on the Sabbath day. See what I'm saying? We're not in our kingdom, man. So this is not the new covenant. You get what I'm saying? Next scripture is going to be Ezekiel 11 and 19. Ezekiel 11 and 19 says, Ezekiel chapter 11 verse 19 says, and I will give them one heart, meaning one mind, and I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh. What is a stony heart? That's their rebellious nature, man. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, to prove that, we're going to start right there and get Zechariah chapter 7 verse 12. This is the book of Zechariah chapter 7 verse 12 says, Zechariah 7 and 12. It says, yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts has sent in the spirit by the former prophets. Jeremiah is one of them former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts. So what's that stubborn heart? Meaning what? To be stubborn or rebellious. That's that stony heart. That's that new covenant that the Lord is going to take away that rebellious or stubborn mindset, you know what I'm saying, out of us and give us that fleshly. Meaning what? That righteous spirit to where we won't see it no more, man. You see what I'm saying? And I will take the stony heart out of their flesh and I will give them a heart of flesh. See what I'm saying? So, how's we in the new covenant? We still got that stony heart. We still sin, man. We still battle these mental and physical demons, man. So how do we have that new covenant? Because when we have that new covenant, we ain't going to be battling no demons, man. We're going to be perfect. See what I'm saying? We're going to go back to our God-like stature of being perfect. We're going to be made in the image of YAHAWASHI once again. Because why? We're going to be perfect. We ain't going to be sinning no more. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. Ezekiel 36 and 26 says, Ezekiel 36 and 26, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. Meaning what? The Lord is going to take that rebellious nature out of you. That's the new covenant. Right now, we're not in the new covenant. We still rebellious. We still, Israel as a nation is still rebellious. They still sinful, man. Then why? Because if we had a new covenant, why did the Lord say that in Ezekiel, man? Matter of fact, I get it. But we supposed to be in a new covenant, right? Let's see. Yeah. This is Ezekiel 3 and 7. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me, for all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. That's that stony heart, man. Israel still have that stony heart, that rebellious nature, man. Because if that's the case, if we was in a new covenant, even back then, if that was a new covenant, then why did the Lord keep sending prophets out to warn the people, man? They would all been perfect. They wouldn't be sinning no more, right? There would have been no need of YAHAWASHI if we was under the covenant under the new covenant back then. there would be no need of Yahawashi then. Remember, Yahawashi said he came to heal the sick. Those that be whole need not a physician, but he came to heal the sick. Who is the sick? Those who got the stony heart, man. Their rebellious nature. So how are we under the new covenant, man? You see what I'm saying? Back in Jeremiah, about to close it out. Back in Jeremiah 31 and 33, well, my next precept, like, is going to be 2 Corinthians 3 and 3. Now, this is in the New Testament. Let's see what that had to say. 2 Corinthians 3 and 3 says, 2 Corinthians 3 and 3, for as much as ye are manifestly declared to be the epistle of Hamashiach Yahawashi, ministered by us, written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living power, Yahawashi, not in tables of stone, but in fleshly tables of the heart, meaning what? The mind. See what I'm saying? So the Lord is what? He's starting to download, is starting to program the covenant in our spirit right now. See what I'm saying? We're living the example of what it's going to be like in the kingdom when the Lord put his word in us. You know what I'm saying? Because we trying right now. We trying. We don't have it completely in us. You know what I'm saying? The laws we're not keeping the total 613 laws. See what I'm saying? We're trying to the best of our ability. Now in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be able to keep all 613 laws. Right here in this captivity, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. See what I'm saying? That's why we're not under the new covenant right now. Because we're rehearsing the righteous act. We're practicing to keep the 613 laws. But we fail. See what I'm saying? We wearing what? Mixed fabrics. You know what I'm saying? Those that have wives, you sleep in the same bed with your wife, she might be on a cycle. That's against the law. See what I'm saying? We got to use the same bathroom as your wife or daughters or so on their cycle. That's against the law. See what I'm saying? We don't know what we eating. Our food is defiled among the Gentiles. We don't know what the hell we eating. That's against the law. When we keep the Passover, we don't know if the lamb is without spot or blemish or if the legs have been broken or not. You know what I'm saying? That's against the scriptures. So we're not in that new covenant, man. We're not keeping the whole 613 laws perfectly right now in this captivity. Even though we trying, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to have the laws written in our inward parts to where we are perfect. We're striving for perfection, but we're not perfect, man. We're striving for perfection. We still sin. Why you think the scriptures say a righteous man falleth 7 times? Because if we was in a new covenant, there would be no need for a righteous man to fall 7 times. There would be no need for him to even fall once. He's perfect. He got all the 613 laws and keeping them perfectly then. See what I'm saying? This is Hebrews chapter 8. Hebrews chapter 8, start at verse 10. It said, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. What? When all hell break loose, when Yahawashi shall come and deliver his elect from all 4 corners of the earth. It said, of Israel after those days, said the Lord, I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, meaning their mind, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. Because that's why we doing these videos, man. To bring what? To fish for the elect, to tell them to what? Come back to the law, statute, commandments of Yahawashi. To what? Know the Lord. Know Yahawashi. That's why we go out there in the highways and byways. To convince what? The gainsayers. You know what I'm saying? That's the elect that's going to be woken up, man. You know what I'm saying? Why you think you got the elect that's going to receive that penny in the last hour, man? See what I'm saying? It says, And I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor. In the kingdom of heaven, it won't be no need of us walking around with Bibles and, hey, Shalom, Baruch 4 and 15 says, you know what I'm saying? There won't be no need of that, man. See what I'm saying? Or Sirach chapter 4, strive for truth unto death, and YAHAWASHI will fight for thee. Remember that there will be no need for that, because we'll already have it programmed in our mentals. You know what I'm saying? It'll already be in us, man. It'll be downloaded in us. It'll be like spiritual robots. You know what I'm saying? Well, all the high holy days will be kept perfect, down to the T, to the herbs, the spices, everything will be back in this sweet smelling savor once again to YAHAWASHI's nose, man. It'll be a sweet smell to his nostrils once again. You see what I'm saying? Right now it's not. We rehearse the righteous act. Because remember the scripture tell you in Judges, in the land of drawing water, which is what? Slavery, talking about here in America, there shall you rehearse the righteous act. Because guess what? All other captivity, we kept the righteous act. Because we knew we was Israelites, man. Just like we read in Jeremiah 17, thou shalt discontinue from thine heritage. Of what? Being Israel, knowing that you're Israelite. What is that talking about? Here in America. So how's we under the new covenant right now? We not. We still got that stony heart, man. None of y'all have a fleshly heart. You still sin. It says, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. Come back to YAHAWASHI. It said, for all, not some, not a part, not a third. It said, for all shall know me, from the least, the smallest, or somebody that's not even out there teaching the scriptures. Somebody that just believe. It said, from the least to the greatest. For us brothers out there in the highways and byways, to the elders, to our apostles, the leaders of the world. Not just Israel, but the kings of the earth. Those are the real kings of the earth. Not the elite banking family. They're not the kings of the earth. The real kings of the earth are our apostles, the leaders of Israel, man. The leaders of the world. Those are the real kings of the earth. See what I'm saying? Starting off with who? Apostle Tahar, that you love to hate. You know what I'm saying? Apostle Gabar, that you love to hate. Apostle Aramlab, that you love to hate. And Apostle Rakar, that you love to hate. On down to the elders that you love to hate. See what I'm saying? Even on down to us brothers that you love to hate. Like some people call it the little niggas. See what I'm saying? It said, from the least to the greatest, for I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. That's in the kingdom of heaven. Like Apostle Gabar always bring out, blessed is the man who YAHAWASHI imputeth not iniquity. You know what I'm saying? Meaning what? Don't hold them accountable of their sin, that their sin is forgiven. Blessed is that man. But right now, what happened if you sin? You have to pay for your sin. The Lord may wink at it and let it slide, but hey, some sins, you're going to have to pay for. See what I'm saying? So guess what? We're not in that new covenant because why? We still got that stony heart, meaning that rebellious natures, man, that rebellious spirit. You know what I'm saying? Israel as a whole. Even us in this truth. Sometimes we fall short. Sometimes we sin, we go off. That's that stony heart or that stony mind that YAHAWASHI got to get rid of, man. When he's put us in the kingdom of heaven, then we'll have that fleshly heart, meaning that fleshly mind. We'll be perfect once again, man. See what I'm saying? So with that, all praise to YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem Kodash Brakatah. You know what I'm saying? Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much love, peace, and blessing to all you hopeful elect brothers out there that's pushing the truth across the four corners of the globe. With that, Abad Babar, Abad Idumia, Abad Adawamium. With that, Shalom.